Hi, Nick. You cover mid-sized BDCs in the US, and people have been looking at picks and non-accruals and focus on these developments on the sector. And we just had one of the sometimes controversial BDCs getting downgraded last Friday. That was obviously Prospect Capital. So I guess the question investors will be asking themselves is this systemic or is this specific?
Yeah, thanks, Renato. Thanks for having me on. So I just want to make it pretty clear that this is more of a specific issue for this one particular issuer for Prospect Capital. It's not really emblematic of the whole BDC space as a whole. If you look at some of the rating actions and outlook changes for the BDC sector, you'll see that there's actually some more positive rating pressure on ratings than there are negative rating pressure. Prospect was one of the only few BDCs that had more than one negative outlook on it from two different rating agencies. So for the most part, ratings are trending upward, outlooks are trending upward. This is just specific to this one particular issue.
Right. Okay. So in that case, so if it's specific to prospect, can you explain to us in more detail what's the background on the downgrade and what should we keep our eyes on going forward?
Yeah. So when it comes to credit problems, there's quite a few with these guys. I think the first big one is asset concentration. The top 10 portfolio investments that they own account for about 50% of the total value of the fair value of their portfolio, and it exceeds their net asset value at about 110%. The next is payment in kind income. That accounts for about 17% of their total investment income, which makes earnings less stable and less consistent, and also makes paying dividends more of a challenge. Going forward, I think funding is going to be a bit of an issue as well. Their shares are trading at about 55% of net asset value, so raising funding through equity is probably going to be very difficult. And then with the downgrade to junk as well, issuing debt in the primary market will likely also be difficult. So some struggles when it comes to funding upcoming. The good news is they have relatively low leverage at about 0.65, and they have about 1.5 billion in capacity on their revolver. So near term, things should be fine. It's more of a medium to long term issue that we see with funding.
Right. No, that's very good. Thank you very much for that. So, Nick, if I wanted to keep track of developments in mid-sized BDCs, where should I go?
Yeah, so you can go to BI Flow G and you can see some of the data that we have on that dashboard as well. You can come check out my bio page where I post research for Prospect 6th Street, Main Street, and hopefully some upcoming other BDCs. And David Havens as well covers the large cap BDCs.
And a great team that you are. Thank you so much, Nick. That was great.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.